What's up, MIB'S fans? What's up, Batman fans? Guys, we got a tough one today. We got a tough one. We have a dilemma. Well, we don't have a dilemma. We kind of fixed the dilemma. I was talking to a collector friend of mine the other day, and he posed a very interesting question to me. He said, what are your most favorite Batmans, MIB'S, in your entire collection? And I said, because I'm such a huge Batman fan, guys, you know that. I said, man, that's a tough one. I said, I just can't pick one. He said, if you had to just, he said, well, let's do this. If you had to just pick 5, what would those 5 be? And I said, man, that's a tough one. And it's took me a couple days to kind of think of it. And I said, you know what? Let's have some fun with it. Let's have some fun with this. Let's bring the subscribers and the viewers in on this as well. Now, what you see before you is my top 5. And what we want to do, what I want to do, and what I have done, and I'll let you guys be the judge for yourselves. You guys can chime in and comment. Definitely leave a comment underneath the video. We would love to hear about your top 5 from your collection, or just your overall top 5 MIB'S Batmans. But I got it narrowed down to 5. I wanted to put this into motion, I should say. I want to go from number 5 all the way to number 1. So I'll start from 5, and I'll give you my most favorite Batman out of these 5. Some of these guys are going to our archives, and more than likely I probably won't be seeing them for a while. So some of these guys are definitely going to the archives, because we have too much inventory right now in our main collection room. So what we want to do is, I wanted to put this video together before some of these guys said their final goodbyes, en route to the archives collection wing of our museum. And if you don't know us by now, guys, welcome to the M.I.B. Master Museum. I'll be your curator today. And once again, we have a fun one for you. We're trying to figure something out. We're trying to figure out, well, I'm doing this live, guys. So this is why this is tough. I'm doing this live. My top 5. My top 5 favorite Batmans in my entire museum collection. I got it narrowed down to 5, and we're gonna pick my all-time favorite, but we'll start from 5 first. So with that being said, my Super Friends Batman. My Super Friends Batman is my number 5 on my top 5 list. He comes in at number 5. He comes in at number 5 for a couple of reasons. He beat out some heavy competition. He beat out some heavy competition. He beat out some good Batman. And but I'm a child of the 70s. The Super Friends TV show was simply phenomenal when I was growing up as a kid. And Batman was one of my favorite Super Friends on the cartoon series. And Ftc'S Toy Company did a beautiful rendition of the Super Friends Batman. The head sculpt is simply phenomenal. Gorgeous. The outfit, the new molded hands, everything to a T. The card back is phenomenal. Beautifully done. And I remember just really anticipating this Figures toy release of the Super Friends Batman. I said, man, they got it right. I can't wait to get this guy. And I got him. And I was thrilled to death. So in my gut, and as a collector, guys, we as collectors, we know that gut feeling when we make that connection, that initial connection with our action figures, how we feel about them. And this one right here hit me immediately. I said, you know, they just got this one so right. The childhood memories came rushing back in. And I said, you know what? They got this one right. They really did. From the cape, everything. He's just a beautiful, beautiful figure. And that's our Super Friends Batman. He comes in at a very strong number 5. A very strong number 5. Super Friends Batman, number 5. We'll get these guys in order. Coming in at number 4. My first appearance, removable cowl Batman. At number 4. The retro, he really oozes of retroness. He oozes of coolness. And the 1940-ish theme and flavor to this figure is ever so present. And for them to, the Figures Toy Company, to just get this, they got this guy right. I tossed and turned all night thinking about this top 5 and thinking about this particular figure, because I said, you know what? He's in the top 5. I don't know where I want to place him at in the top 5 of my Batman fandom. So I didn't know where I wanted to place this guy at. But a couple things locked him up on the top 4 spot. The fact that the emblem, the cool emblem from the 1940s, the vinyl cape, and then you have the removable cowl, thereby exposing his identity. Bruce Wayne. And they got it right. Figures Toy Company did a beautiful job and rendition of this throwback. And it was really cool. It was really cool. And so he had a lot of things working for him. And I just said, you know what? He's definitely, he's another one that really, that immediate connection. When I come down to my collection room, into the museum part of our collection room, our main collection room, this is one of the guys I stop and look at. I'll literally stop in the area where he's at just to check on him. And you know, we have well over 100 Migos, and for him to command that type of attention from me, you know, once again, that's that gut feeling as collectors, guys. We know. So he locked up my first appearance, removable cowl Batman, definitely locked up the number 4 spot. And he did it easily. It wasn't a question of was he going to make 4. I was even thinking about putting him higher. But then again, if you guys own him, you guys at home, look at your collection. Take a look at this guy. Do you think number 4 is too high for this guy? Once again, I'm giving you, this is my top 5. Is the 4 spot too high for this guy? But really cool. First appearance, removable cowl Batman, comes in at 4. Oh boy. Who is coming in at 3? Will it be our Gretzky card? Highly collectible, removable cowl Batman. Only 200 of these guys have made. This is a Emerald City Comics exclusive. Only 200 exist. Will it be our Batman pink contaminated cowl variant? Only 600 of these guys exist. Highly, highly collectible. And you've seen these guys on past reviews. You've seen how I talked about these guys on past reviews. Will he come in at 3rd? And then we have one of my childhood favorites, my original from Figures Toy Company, the retro card Batman. Extremely collectible. Coming in at number 3. Will he come in at number 3? There's only 100 of this particular retro card Batman figures made. Only 100. And we have number 42. Who's coming in at number 3? Who is coming in at number 3? These guys are sweating. Don't pick me. Don't pick me. Number 3. Number 3. And guys, this was simply, it was extremely difficult. It was extremely difficult. The rareness, the highly collectible aspect, all that played a part. But the problem is that the top 3 spots were going to be that difficult anyway because of their collectability, their rarity, the fact that, you know, I have a big connection to these 3 figures anyway. It was going to be a tough call, but there's no shame in taking the number 3 spot. There's no shame in it. My retro card, only 100 made, issued Batman, comes in at number 3. And it was a difficult, once again, this is when I for the last couple of days, I've been kind of pacing back and forth. I came down to the museum collection room several times, trying to see if I could get some type of a different vibe. And it was tough. And I'll tell you how tough it was. It was tough all the way up until this point right here, having to make the decision. This was a figure that, as a kid, my parents continuously bought me, whether it's for my birthday, whether it was for Christmas. I constantly had this Mego Batman right here. Super awesome, super cool. The head sculpt is just gorgeous, beautiful. The retro card, once again, the childhood memories just come rushing back in. The floodgates just pours open. And then the icing on the cake is the fact that I have number 42 out of 100 of this guy. And it's tough, guys. I mean, this was a tough one. This is a tough one. Now I know how the pollsters work for college football rankings and stuff. It's tough when you got these the competition is so tough. And this is one of my absolute favorite Batman in my entire collection. And he comes in at number 3. Our retro card. Only 100 made Batman. He comes in at number 3. Guys, we got it down to 2. We have it down to 2. The Ftc'S card. Batman. Highly collectible. Only 200 made. The pink contaminated cowl Batman variant. Only 600 made. Super awesome. Extremely hard to get. Both of them are. The secondary market will not be kind to you guys if you're trying to find these guys on the secondary market. They're going to be tough. And then they're going to come with a heavier price. Who's our number 2? Who is our number 2? Guys, what do you think at home? Sitting on your couches, eating your popcorn, drinking your favorite beverage. Who is it going to be? The anticipation is building. Who is number 2? Who is Mr. M.I.B's second favorite Batman in the entire M.I.B. Master Museum collection? Oh boy, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Okay. Guys, we have it. The results are in. The number 2, my number 2 most favorite Batman in my entire collection here at the M.I.B. Master Museum is, yes folks, the Ftc'S card Batman comes in at number 2. We'll give you some quick rundowns on this figure. Once again, extremely collectible. There's only 200 in existence on the planet. Removable cowl. Highly collectible. He's an Emerald City Comics exclusive. He's on the old style Ftc'S card from the early 1970s. This is how the removable cowl Batman first appeared, on the old style Ftc'S cards back in the early 1970s. Everything about this Batman screams history, screams coolness, and screams retro and vintage. I never owned this guy when I was a kid growing up. I simply never owned this guy as a kid. It was tough. The decision was very difficult. It was hard. But there's no shame in being my most second favorite Batman Mego figure in my entire collection. There's no shame to it. Hold your head high, Ftc'S card Batman. Hold your head high. Guys, what do you think? Did I make the right choice? What choice would you have made? Am I getting yelled at right now? Guys, leave your opinion on this. We would love to hear it. Leave a comment, guys. Let's put our guy, that's number 2. Guys, number 1, my most favorite Batman in my entire Mego collection. Out of all my Batman, the pink contaminated cowl Batman. Guys, it was a difficult choice. It was a It was a choice that I really struggled with, but at the end, I knew that this was the right choice. Everything about this figure to me is so cool. We were at one point, we didn't think we were going to be able to acquire this figure. That's how hard he was to find. He wasn't on the market for a long time. And you say, well, MIB, there was 600 of them, and they went extremely fast. Figures Toy Company sold out of these guys practically immediately. Within a year, these guys were gone. The inventory was exhausted. This guy, to me, is the best Batman figure that Figures Toy Company has ever produced. And he holds that title right now until I see another Batman coming out of Figures Toy Company or elsewhere. The contaminated cowl variant Batman is number one, numero uno. He is number one. He is the best. He is going to be the hardest one to find. He's going to be, out of all these Batmans that are up here, and this is an elite group he's in, he will be the most difficult to find. He is number one. He is my number one. He will stay and remain in my main museum collection room forever. Guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the choices. Did we get it right? Do you think I'm out of my mind? Did I go too far this time? You make the decision. You make the call. Guys, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. We appreciate all the love and support we're getting from our older subscribers, our new subscribers. Welcome to the family. Guys, we have so much in store for you. The fun is just getting started. The day is young. We have a ton of time. Grab more popcorn, grab more pizza, grab your favorite beverage, park yourselves on the couch, and tune in to the MIB Master Museum channel. And with that being said, guys, you know the drill. God bless. And keep collecting.